Hi friends, welcome to Trending Stocks. Kindly subscribe to the channel for the latest market updates and also the multi-bagger tips. Please don't forget to press the bell icon while you subscribe to the channel. Today we are going to discuss about very interesting subject. The retail investors in Indian stock market may be worried when the index started decline, and the similar trend will be continued for another 6 to 7 months, because as I have mentioned in my several videos, the global economic crisis is going to be happening. And it is getting closer to the food crisis as well. How the Indian market will react to this, and what will be the forecast, and what are the gains to Indian stock market due to this crisis. I hope no one covered this subject till the date, and I will give you the clear picture with all the relevant details substantiate to my prediction. So please don't skip the video. Please try to watch the video till end. This will be very important for all the investors, those who invested in Indian stock market and who would like to invest in Indian stock market as well. And I am going to explain you why we should be invest in Indian stock market, because Indian stock market is going to witness a huge rally in upcoming years. Even you may hear that IMF forecasted Indian economy to hit 5 trillion by 2027, but due to the current crisis, the Indian economy will hit 5 trillion mark before 2027, and I will explain you that, and I will give you a clear picture how the Indian economy will be until 2050. And before we are entering to the detail, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to refer to the membership options. There are 3 membership types are available. All the recommendations are available from members Emerald onwards, and currently we are following short-term strategy because of the economic crisis, which we are expecting for another 6 more months. 6 to 7 months we may expect. Until January almost, Indian stock market will be unstable. That's the reason we are following the short-term strategies. Every week there will be new stock recommendations will be there. Avoid holding for long time. Whenever you find a reasonable profit, exit from the stock and invest in new stock. Keep on switching. That will reduce your frustration, and that will generate good cumulative profit as well. So let us see how the crisis is going to be happen. So as you know, last month Sri Lankan economy got crashed, and their GDP was around 81 billion at that time when their economy was crashed. And almost 1 year back, Lebanese economy got crashed and their economy was almost 27 billion. So if we calculate all the 226 countries in the world, only 19 countries economies are above 1 trillion, and the Indian economy is the 5th largest economy in the world at present. Earlier our economy was the 6th one. We were just behind the United Kingdom, and currently we are the 5th largest economy, and currently our GDP is 3.53 trillion. Due to the Ukraine and Russian war, there is a major change happened to the current geopolitical situation, and the Chinese economy should supposed to beat United States economy by 2032. But unfortunately, US economy got rebound and Chinese economy got shrink due to the current crisis, and we may expect by 2045 the Chinese economy will hit US economy. So let us go into the detail and let us see the major breakthrough for Indian economy in coming years. So let us go into the chart. So if we see this chart, currently our economy is 3.53 trillion, because the red color what you are seeing here, this is our GDP growth, and by 2026 Indian economy will hit the German economy. At that time our GDP will be somewhere around 5.5 trillion, and by 2035 Indian economy will hit the Japanese economy, and at that time Indian economy will reach somewhere around 9.6 trillion. And as I told you, by 2032 we expected that the Chinese economy should supposed to hit the American economy. The blue color one what you are seeing is the American economy, and it should supposed to hit American economy somewhere around 42.12 trillion range. But unfortunately the current geopolitical situation drag the growth of Chinese economy and improve the US economy, and currently it should supposed to hit by 2044, and at that time the Chinese economy economy will reach somewhere around 60.22 trillion, and the Indian economy will be the third largest economy in the world, and our economy will be 12.23 trillion. The reason why the geopolitical order is getting changed, you can see here. At this point, actually I told you the American economy should supposed to hit by the Chinese economy in 2032, but again it got dragged because of the growth to American economy when the small countries started suffering and the US market taken the benefit of that. That you can see here, direct rebound you can see here, which was happened in 2022. So let us go into the Indian economy. Just I will mark the Indian GDP. So you can see here, currently the US GDP is somewhere around 24.29 and the Chinese GDP is somewhere around 19.91, and the Japanese economy was 5.08 trillion before the war was happened, and it got shrink to 4.91 trillion, and the Indian GDP gained to 3.53 trillion during this time, and we become the fifth largest economy in the world. Currently the Germany and Japan are ahead to us because US and Chinese are far ahead from us. So while we are going to 2017, you can see here the Indian GDP will be somewhere around 5.50 trillion and the German GDP will be somewhere around 5.41 trillion. So by 26-27, the Indian economy will hit the German economy and we will be the fourth largest economy in the world. And when we are coming to 2037, you can see here our Indian economy will reach somewhere around 9.46 trillion and the Japanese economy will be somewhere around 9.42 trillion. So it means we will cross the Japanese economy and the Indian economy will be the third largest economy in the world by 2037. If we look at the growth, the Indian economy will grow almost 100% during 2026 and 2037. During these 10 years, Indian economy will become double, and by 2050, the Indian GDP will be somewhere around 14.61 trillion. While we are looking at the growth of our competitors, you can see here when we hit the Japanese economy in 2036, our GDP will be somewhere around 9.06 trillion and the German economy will be somewhere around 7.51 trillion. So you can see the change, you can see here the growth of Indian economy, you can see here, and the UK economy will be somewhere around 6.82 trillion and the France economy will be far behind us, 4.89 trillion by 2035-36, and the Canadian GDP will be somewhere around 3.88 trillion and the Italian GDP will be somewhere around 3.43 trillion. So they will be far behind us and we cannot beat the Chinese or US economy, and the battle between them will continue and the current stand of India will benefit us. When these two superpowers will continue their battle as a silent power, India will emerge as a superpower by 2036 because the US and the Chinese economy cannot sustain without the support of India, and I believe in coming years India will be more accepted in international market. Even if we look behind 10 years and current, the Indians are getting more respect, and on coming years the India's acceptance in international market and within the emerging countries will get increased. So I believe India is on the correct path, and whatever we are seeing in Nifty or the Sensex at the moment, that is just short time, let us say 6 months or 7 months. Even during this time we can make profit. We have to take the investment stock by stock. We may expect the reflection of international crisis, the global crisis, to Indian market as well. So the Nifty will trade somewhere within the range of 16,000 range, 16,000 to 16,500 range only, without a major gain. So stay invested, try to pick good stock at the value buy zone and keep booking profit when you are at reasonable profit, and always stay invested and always invest in fundamentally strong stock. Why I made this much of detailed video? Because I know that many of the investors are frustrated because because there are a lot of gamblers in Indian stock market. Even they don't believe in fundamental, even they don't know what is fundamental, but still they will invest in the stock and they will suggest others to buy the stock, and finally both of them will lose the money, even the capital. So that should not be happen to my subscribers. That's the reason I am giving this much of detailed video, and I hope that everyone understand the current trend is just only the short term trend, and current geopolitical situation given only the advantage to Indian stock market. Indian economy got more powerful during this time when other economies got shrink, like France, Germany, UK, Italy, Canadian. Already I told you, already I given many examples with all the details. The two economies got benefit due to the current crisis are US and Indian economy. So why we should worry? So stay invested, and Indian stock market is the best investment option, and believe in India and proud to be an Indian. That is the first thing we have to do. We should believe ourselves. I know many friends, they say poor Indians. Actually we are not poor. We were poor before, not now. We are far ahead of others. If we take around 226 countries in the world, we are the fifth largest economy, and still people are running behind Canadian citizenship, UK citizenship, German citizenship, Italian citizenship. For what? But once you take a choice to become a citizen of other nation and you are losing your passport, and the only hold with you will be the OCR card, because India will not accept dual citizenship. So those who stay in India, those who are proud about our country will surely succeed, because the growth of Indian economy is good, which is higher than any other economies in the world. So always keep invest in Indian stock market, but always try to pick the stock based on fundamental. Always try to invest in good stock that will never disappoint you. Avoid falling behind the gamblings. There are many investors are there, those who lose their capital, because even in YouTube there are many YouTubers, they give the recommendation only for the advertisement income. While they are gaining money from the advertisement income through their views, the person, those who watch that particular video is keep on losing their capital. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you didn't subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and please refer to the membership options. There are 3 membership types are available: Elite, Emerald and Ruby. All the multi-bagger stock recommendations and also the short-term recommendations are available to members. Emerald onwards, currently we follow the short-term strategies because of the geopolitical situation, and it was expected and informed all my members and my subscribers that the Ukraine and Russian war will continue for some more time. If you take my community post dated 20th of February, that means 4 days before the Ukraine and Russian war was started, very clearly I was stated, if you drag here you can find that very clearly I stated that the Russia and Ukraine war is not going to be end, and that was a trap made by the European Union. And I hope that why I said this, the data shows very clearly, because whatever the informations I will provide through this channel will be with a proper study. Without a proper study I will not give any information. That's the only reason whatever I said that is happening. Maybe you will think that it's my prediction. Please don't take it as a prediction, because usually whatever the informations I will provide through my channel will be after a proper study. Without a clear detail I will not share any information to you. So once again, thank you very much, and kindly stay tuned for my exclusive video we may expect tomorrow. So thank you very much and stay tuned.